Good morning, Year 6, and welcome to Tuesday's maths lesson. So that we can warm ourselves up mathematically, I've got a little beat it challenge on the board for you to have a go at. So you will need your purple books, you'll need your pen and your pencil. And in a moment, you're going to put today's short date, 2nd of the 2nd, 2021. You're going to put beat it, and then you're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're going to put your answers for me. If I just read through the questions. Question 1 says 400 divided by 10. Question 2 says 550 take away 60. Question 3 says 4 times 6 times 6. Question 4 says 720 divided by 9. And finally, question 5 says 3/7 of 21. We've done all of these types of questions before, so I am sure that you are going to be fantastic at it. Now, if you want to set yourself a challenge, set yourself a timer, 1 minute or 2 minutes, depending on how confident you're feeling, and see how many you can answer in your time. Okay, pause the video, off you go. Okay, Year 6, it's time to have a little look and see how you got on. So, question 1, nice and easy. Because we've got zeros here, we haven't got any decimal points we've got to sort out. So, remember, quick and easy rule, if we're dividing by 10, because 10 has got 1 0 in it, we just take out 1 of the zeros in our answer. Okay, so 40 is our answer. 400 divided by 10, 40. Right. 550 take away 60. Well, if we partition the 60 into 50 and 10, we can take off the 50 to start off with. So 550 take away 50 is 500, but then we're taking 60 away, so we've got to take an extra 10. So we take that 10 and we get 490. Okay, right, next one. 4 times 6 times 6. Well, we know from our tables 4 times 6 is 24. So then we need to multiply that answer by 6. Okay, so over here, a short multiplication. 6 4s are 24. We know that because we've just done it. 6 2s are 12 and 2 is 14. Okay, so 144. Nice and easy that one, wasn't it? Okay, right, 720 divided by 9. If we forget about the 0, do 72 divided by 9. Well, from our times tables, we know that 72 is 9 times 8. So we know it's 8 there, but we've got to add our 0 back on. So it's 80. Okay. So last one, I'm going to just wipe this area here so we've got a little space for working. 3/7 of 21. Remember, we divide by the denominator and multiply by the numerator. So 7s into 21 goes 3. So 21 divided by 7 equals, I'm going to squeeze it on there, 3. But that would only give me 1/7. I need 3/7. So I need to multiply this now by our numerator. So 3 times 3 equals 9. So my answer is 9. How did you get on? Hopefully 5 out of 5. Right, let's move on then. And we're going to have a little look at today's work. Now, our learning question gives us the clue what we're going to be looking at, some more statistics today. So we're going to be interpreting a bar chart. We were looking at line graphs last week. We're going to have a little look at a bar chart today. So we're going to have a little look at a bar chart about hair colour. So it's the colour of hair colour of students in class 7C. Okay, now whenever I get a graph like this, what I do for ease is I look at the scale, and then above each column, each part of the bar graph, I'm going to write the frequency, the number of students with that colour hair, because then I've only got to look at the numbers to help me answer the question. Okay, so let's have a look at the chart then. So the number on the y-axis, this here, says frequency, and that means how many of those students have got that colour. Okay, how many? And it's a nice easy scale because it's going up in ones, so nothing hard there. Okay. And then along the bottom, it's the different type of hair colour. So if I have a little look, start with blonde, I go up here and my graph is saying 5. So I'm going to put 5 there. Black, it goes up to 6. And here all the way up to the end of our graph, 10. And then sometimes when you get towards this end of the diagram, you might want to use your ruler because it is really useful if you've got one at home, because you can place your ruler on the top there and you can see quite easily it goes across to 6, and it means that you're not going to get any inaccuracies with your readings. Okay, so now I know all the numbers on my bar chart. So it's going to help me to answer these questions. So what I need to do when I look at my questions is underline any really important words so that I know which calculation or what part of the graph I need to be looking at or doing. Okay, so the first question says, what is the most common hair colour? So most common means the most popular. Okay, so what appears most on my graph? So if I have a little look at my numbers on my graph, I know that it's brown that is the most popular colour. Okay. So then, how many students had black hair? So I'm going to underline black because I know then I'm looking at the right part of my chart. So how many students? If I find black and my column, that's 6. And what hair colour is the least popular? So we were looking at the most popular here in question A, but in C, we're looking for the least popular. So which is my lowest column? And if I have a little look, it's blonde. Okay, so I'm going to write in here blonde. Okay. So then this next one, how many more students had brown than red hair? Okay, so how many more students had brown than red? That's telling me I've got to work out the difference here. How many more had brown hair than red? So I'm looking at the brown part of my graph, and I'm also looking at the red. I'm going to subtract the smaller number away from the larger number, and then I'll get the difference. Okay, so brown is 10, red is 6. So here, 10 take away 6 equals 4. Okay. And then finally, how many students are in 7C? So you might see something that says how many altogether. It means exactly the same thing. So that's telling me I need to know how many students altogether in 7C. So that means I've got to add all of my columns together. So I've got 5, add 6, add 6, add 10. Okay, well, 6 and 6 is 12, add 10, 22, plus 5, 27. So I know there are 27 children in 7C. Nice and easy, isn't it, if you know what you're doing? So, what we're going to do, I've had a go at that and I've talked you through it. We're going to show you another graph now. And I'm going to give you some handy hints, but what I'm going to ask you to do is to pause the video and have a little go at those yourself, and then we'll see how you've got on with your answers before I set you off on your task and your challenge for today. Are we ready? Okay, let's have a look. So this time, the information on the chart tells us about the average temperature on an island, hopefully a nice sunny island. Okay. So we've got January through to July. We haven't got the whole of the year, but we've got January through to July. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look, do the same thing. I'm going to ask you to pause the video. Once I've talked through the scale, and then you're going to, at the top of each of these columns, you're going to write what the temperature is. And remember, we're doing degrees C. So in your purple book, underneath where you've done your B tip, you will just write each of the temperatures in degrees C. So you can put Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July. So Let's have a look at the scale then. So we're looking at this y-axis here. So it's going 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. And those of you who are very eagle-eyed will have spotted that's your 4 times table. So it's not going up in ones, it's going up in fours. So halfway between these two numbers is going to be 2. Okay, so there's going to be 2. That will be 6. That'll be 10, and so on. And then that might be really useful when you come to have a little look at your temperatures, okay, because they don't all go to the marker that you've been given. Okay, so let's have a little look so that you understand what I'm saying there. We'll have a little go at the first 2 together, and then you can have a little go at the others. So January, nice and easy, it's going straight to the 12 line. So it's 12. I will, in your book, you need to put degrees C. I can't squeeze it on there, okay, but you'll be able to write it in your book. You'd write January 12 degrees C. Okay, like that. So the next one, February, it's between 12 and 16. Well, we know that halfway between the numbers on our scale, we'll have the numbers in our 2 times table. So here, halfway between 12 and 16 is 14. Okay, so I know that February is 14 degrees C. Okay, I would like you to write Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, underneath where you've put beat it, and I'd like you to write the temperatures of each of the chart. Okay, pause the video, off you go. Okay, year 6, how did you get on? So, March, did you spot that it was 22? Well, didn't like that then. April, did you spot that it's almost 24? Okay, almost. It's not 22, it's not 24, so I would put that as 23. Okay. Right, here May is halfway exactly between 24 and 28, so I'm going to put 26 there. June is absolutely straight in line with 28. And then finally, July is almost up to the halfway point. So that would be 30. So I'm going to say that's 29 there. So hopefully now you have got, if you haven't already, got the right answers, so you know. Okay, so I'll wipe that out because you know what you were doing there, and we'll have a little look at the questions that you need to answer. So what was the average temperature in March? So I'm going to look at my March, and we've already worked out the answer. So you'll be able to write it there. Which month had an average temperature of 26? Exactly, you look at your graph, find 26. What month is it? So remember, which month? Average temperature. So you're writing the correct thing in. Here I'm looking for numbers. Here I'm looking for letters and a month. Okay. So what is happening to the average temperatures between January and July? So what's happening to them? So we start off at 12 and we end up in July at 29. So how would you explain that? That's an explanation one, okay? And then here, between which 2 months was the greatest rise in temperature? So have a little look. So you're working out the difference between them and have a little look. Where's the biggest rise of temperature? Where is the difference, bigger than the others? Okay, so for here, between 12 and 14, the difference is 2. Okay, between 14 and 22, what's that difference between 22 and 23? Work it out, and you will have 2 months there. 2 months. So remember, I need to see 2 there. Okay, right, I want you to leave a line in your purple book underneath where you've written all those temperatures, and then you're going to have a go. You don't need to write me the answer. You don't need to write the question out. Okay, so you've got A, what was the average temperature in March? B, which month had an average temperature of 26 degrees? C, what's happening to the average temperatures between Jan and July? And finally, between which 2 months was there the greatest rise in temperature? Okay, pause the video, have a go, and then we'll see if you've got them right. Okay, year 6, let's see how you got on. So average temperature in March. We did the hard work at the beginning. So 22 degrees C. Remember the degrees C. Okay, which month had an average temperature of 26? So we have a little look, May, and we get 26 with May. Then what's happening to the average temperatures between January and July? Well, if you look really carefully, they go from 12 to 29. They're rising. So you can say they are rising, or you might have said it's getting warmer. Any of those would be fine, okay? Or it's getting hotter, anything, okay? And then between which 2 months was there the greatest rise in temperature? Well, that was 2. That's 1, 3, 2, 1. But between here, 14 to 22, well, 14 add 6 is 20, plus 2 is 22. We've got is 22. So we've got 6, 7, 8 degrees. So we've got Feb and March. Okay, hopefully you've done really well on those questions. Right, you're now going to have a little go at book 4, page 36. So if we just have a little look at it together. Okay, I've got it on the board here. So you have got a chart, a bar chart again, and have a little look to start off with. What is the scale that it's going up in? Have a little look. You've got the whole set of months here. So maximum temperature. So once you've worked them out, remember what I said, put them at the top of each of the columns on your bar chart, and then you'll be easily able to answer that question. And then if I move the board up a little bit, which month had the hottest temperature? So you'll be able to read that from your book, okay? Which month has a maximum temperature of 5? So you're looking which is that month, okay? How many months have a maximum temperature greater than 9? So which are the months that have got greater than 9? And then you write a number here. It's not asking you for the names of the months. It's asking you for how many months. So you've got to be careful with that one and do a little bit of counting up on that. And then you've got what is the difference between the maximum temperatures in March and September? So look at September, look at March, and work out the difference. And then finally, which month has a maximum temperature warmer than February, but colder than November? So you've got to look at February, you've got to look at November, and which month has got a maximum temperature that's warmer than one, but colder than the other? Okay. So remember, underline these key things in your book and then you won't go wrong. Okay, so let's have a little look then back at what you're going to do next. So, book 4, page 38, you'll have a little go at that. And then I'm going to just move the board along because I've got a couple of challenges for you here. You have got a couple more bar charts, okay? So you will need to pause the video, have a look at the questions and answer them, okay? They're just getting you to look at diagrams, bar charts, that little bit more carefully, okay? So again, you'll answer this one in your purple book. Book 4, page 38, you'll do obviously in the book, but this one you'll need to do in your purple book again. All right, I am sure you are going to do amazingly well in your activities today. Good luck, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.